Well, a cold start on Friday for many areas around the Great Lakes. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s. There are multiple areas in this circle here under frost and also freeze warnings for early Friday morning with temperatures in the 20s and 30s. We warm up pretty quickly, though, into the afternoon, back into the 70s in some of these areas. Nice and toasty across the south with some places across Mississippi and Alabama climbing up into the 80s. So very nice. Across the plain states, chilly north of our front here. So we're talking about 40s. Maybe even some 30s up into Michigan, and then very cold across the Rockies still with some 20s and 30s. But look at the warm air just surging north. That's ahead of our system that's moving off to the east. We'll be seeing showers and storms going through the day on Friday. The problem will be how unstable do we get? Do you see the sunshine? And that could really destabilize things with a lot of moisture increasing, dew points on the way up. Also, a significant amount of wind shear in the atmosphere that will lead to some severe thunderstorms. Significant tornado parameter increasing in the area. I think you've got to watch that. Really will be across Missouri, parts of Kansas, eastern Nebraska, and parts of Iowa as we move into Friday late and into Friday evening. And you also got to watch back here into Kansas too and Oklahoma as more storms form here. Here's a look at the future radar. As we move through the early morning hours on Friday, these are the storms that we're dealing with Thursday night. Those will continue to push off to the east. Now they're moving to parts of Missouri, Arkansas by early Friday morning. These could be severe. There could be some hail, maybe even a few isolated tornadoes, but we're not dealing with the peak heating of the day at this point. There still could be a few strong storms. As we move through the day on Friday, I think the biggest threat will be back here out ahead of this area of low pressure as we move into the afternoon. Boom, there go your storms. At least that's where your strongest wind shear will be and your helicity. So with the most backing and veering happening here closest to the low, that's where your tornado threat would be the highest, I think, heading into tomorrow afternoon and then tomorrow evening. That would be Friday evening. Things do start to settle down some in this area, but the storm threat will fire back up again as we head into Saturday, back here across Nebraska, Kansas, even Oklahoma and Texas with a second round of storms. The area that I just showed you as we head into Friday, the Storm Prediction Center highlighting that area with an enhanced area of severe thunderstorms. Also, remember that helicity I was talking about, that veering, that backing that's happening close to the low, that change of wind direction with height. Clearly evident here, the Storm Prediction Center highlighting parts of Iowa, a good chunk of Iowa, I would argue, southwest and central Iowa, also Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. And look, in and around this into the south, I don't think the tornado threat certainly is zero, not quite as high as you get closer to that low, but still a threat of tornadoes throughout the day. And then as we head into Saturday, another round. So those areas I just showed you across Texas, Kansas, back into Missouri. And look, this stretches even further to the north and east as we move into Saturday with more severe weather. And look, it sticks around heading into Sunday too. So a wild ride over the next couple of days. Here's our future radar a little bit further to the east. If you're tracking the rain on Friday, showers moving toward Chicago, moving toward Indianapolis toward the evening hours, also up towards Madison, over toward Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Paul will be in the showers. Now, the kicker will be as we head into Saturday, how much severe weather do we see in this area? I think there is the potential to see that as we see our system push off to the north and east. Also, if you can get some sunshine, especially now that we're in late April, that sun can be pretty strong and that can heat things up pretty quickly, and that will really destabilize things with some colder air aloft. Now, as we move through the day on Saturday, high pressure off the east coast, that return flow developing here, keeping us warm and humid, I would argue, in this area, mostly across the mid-Atlantic and southeast. Rain showers moving into the northeast as we move into late Saturday night into Sunday. And then here comes our secondary storm moving through the plain states toward the Great Lakes. Another chance of severe weather here, especially as we move into Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and then overnight into early Monday morning. That does settle down early Monday morning as our low moves toward the Great Lakes, and then we're dealing with a wide area of showers during the day on Monday. Cold air moving into the Pacific Northwest. This will be interesting to watch. I'm going to back it up just a little bit as we head through the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, some showers across the Pacific Northwest, but there comes that cold air intruding, dropping snow levels down, so we'll see some rain and snow, especially into the mountains as we head into that first week of May, and then another area of low pressure moving toward the Great Lakes by the end of the week. That could bring some more rain showers here, and yeah, how about that? Maybe a little bit of snow trying to mix in on the northwest side of that with some pretty chilly air just kind of lurking here north of the border. All right, guys, that's all I got for now. Catch you next time.